No, we can't wait around. We have a deal in place with Tyson Fury. We provided an unbelievable opportunity to him. We were told by his team, Bob Arum, that the arbitration wouldn't be an issue. We could move forward with this fight. They were wrong, and that's on them. That's their responsibility. That's now their problem. We hope they can solve that problem. But we have to look after ourselves. We have to look after Anthony Joshua. We have to maintain the position of unified world champion, and those talks will continue. And we want to be in a position by the end of this week to know, are we fighting Tyson Fury, or are we moving forward with another option?
All right, now, you heard Eddie Hearn said they were going to give Team Fury about a week to see if they could pull a rabbit out the hat. Well, at this point, it's been about a week. And it appears, matter of fact, we know Fury is fighting Wilder. They signed the contract. We saw him do it. So that fight is on. Now, also, sometime last week, couple days after the whole Wilder arbitration debacle, we saw the WBO come out also and issue a statement saying that they're ordering Anthony Joshua to take on Usyk. So, you're thinking, hey, that's a done deal. We heard Eddie Hearn say that Usyk's manager reached out to him, and they've been going back and forth trying to make a fight. Sounds like a done deal to me, but you know how boxing is. Now you have Eddie Hearn coming out saying that he's talked to Andy Ruiz, and also that Dillian White and King Kong Ortiz are possible matches that could be made for AJ. Now, that's a little alarming for me. Now, don't get me wrong. I actually said this in a video about a week or so ago, right after the news broke. But once the WBO came out and said they're issuing, AJ to fight Usyk, I thought all that stuff would have gone out the door. Number one, those were fights when I named Dillian White, Andy Ruiz, and King Kong Ortiz. Those were fights I would have liked to see, but I just assumed he would have got one of his mandatories out of the way, and the one that keep getting looked at is Usyk. Now, I don't know about the WBA at this point. Far as I knew, Robert Helenius was the mandatory, but that could have changed. But you would just assume Usyk would be the guy that they would get out the way. Then, Andy Ruiz came out, and matter of fact, him and King Kong Ortiz pretty much made the same statement, saying that, Usyk is too small. Why are you fighting him? Fight me. Well, at least that's what King Kong Ortiz said. But Andy Ruiz said he wanted the rematch, etc., etc. But I was shocked to hear Eddie Hearn entertaining this. Are we going to see AJ get stripped because he just don't want to fight Usyk? I find that to be ridiculous. Why wouldn't you just go ahead and knock the man out if you can do it, or if he's if he's that talented? Are you avoiding Usyk? At this point, it's starting to look a little funny because I didn't think he would want to fight Andy Ruiz again. To me, that's the last person, especially in shape, severely in shape compared to, I thought he was in shape the first fight for Andy Ruiz's standards. But now, man, that dude really is in shape. He might actually be able to run you down if you try to run from him this fight. Do you really want to take on him? And him and King Kong Ortiz been dancing around each other for the last 4 or 5 years. King Kong Ortiz actually was on Matchroom for a minute to get the AJ fight back in the day before AJ was, I think when AJ was just the WBA champion, or maybe he had, maybe it was around the time he had just fought Joseph Parker, but he didn't have maybe, I think it was before he fought Parker, but maybe after he fought Charles Martin. I think he had 2 belts then, but that didn't happen, and King Kong Ortiz wound up coming to the PBC. So, did you really, you could have been fought him if that was the case. So, And now you got Dillian White in the mix. You know, him and Dillian White have been dancing around each other a little bit since they fought back, I think about, I don't know what, like 2006, 2015, I can't remember, but it was before either one of them were title holders coming up. So it's getting a little weird with this whole AJ thing. I say, me personally, just get Usyk out of the way. I don't want to see AJ get stripped. That means if he gets stripped, that means we're further away from having an undisputed champion. So that's not good for anybody. Eddie, do the right thing, man. Put him in the ring with Usyk so you can get it over with. Plus, you have some people out there that feel like Usyk is the best boxer in the heavyweight division and think he might actually beat AJ. So let's see the fight. I mean, to me, it's a big fight. I have no problem with it, but I don't think Usyk can beat him. I really don't. But we'll see. But that's pretty much all I got this Head Busting Boxing's own Fight Doctor. Hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Hit me up in the comment section and let me know, who would you rather see AJ in the ring with? King Kong Ortiz, Andy Ruiz, Dillian White, or Usyk his mandatory? I mean, don't get me wrong. To me, you'll win with any of those combinations. But why get yourself stripped for Andy Ruiz rematch or a Dillian White rematch? Now, I ain't gonna front. The one I would prefer to see is King Kong Ortiz. But at the same time, I don't want to see AJ get stripped for it. Now, if he can work out that, that's different. Or if King Kong Ortiz and Usyk can fight to figure out what's what, that's different. But I don't think they're going to wait around for that. So we'll have to see. But that's pretty much all I got this Head Busting Boxing's own Fight Doctor. I am out.